Well, good morning, folks. This is my first review. Hope you enjoy it. We are at Adelaide Airport in South Australia. This is the AUscene version 2.1 update to their scenery released earlier on. The scenery is FSX and all the way through to PREPAR3D versions 4 and 5. The scenery is not actually an upgrade, it's a new installation, even though the file size is smaller than the first version. And if you have Orbix, Global Base and Australia version 2, it looks great, but you need to have the layering critical. I'll go into a bit more of that when we fly. So we're in the Milvis 530 helicopter, which is quite a nice helicopter for flying over the scenery and having a look. I hope you'll enjoy this video. We will have a look at dawn and dusk and night as well, and so you get a good idea of what the scenery looks like. We're flying in PREPAR3D version 4.5 hotfix 3. Excuse me. And right, if you're ready to go, I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's start her up. Okay, pre-takeoff checks are complete. We'll start engines, please. Okay, power's coming up. Okay, RPM looks good. Temperature and pressures are in the green. We have fuel, and we're facing southwest, so what we'll do is we'll fly off out to the west. It's 8:30 in the morning, and then we'll come back in eastwards into the airport. Okay, ready to go. We'll go up to about 1,500 feet. Okay, we're clear for takeoff. Okay, transitional lift is working. Speed's coming up. Let's head out just west of the airfield. Climbing nicely. A little bit more power. So that's due west. As you can see, the ground terrain looks really nice. There's the coastline. We're going to do a left turn over the bay and come over those areas near the beach there in the distance, which are actually all part of the scenery. And just to reiterate, if the layering isn't correct, certainly I found this in my installation, you'll find that a lot of that, including all those wonderful trees, will be missing. Okay, 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet. I'll just turn in over the airport. Apologies for the throat this morning. Right, these little buildings and bits and pieces you can see there by the coast and the trees circuiting the airport there. As I say, if the layering isn't correct, certainly in my installation, if you've got Australia Orbix Australia, global base vector installed, then a lot of this disappears. You may find something different, but we'll see. I don't know. Certainly noticed it took me a while to get it sorted out. But when you do sort it out, as you can see, the result is really quite good. So we're going to come in over the airport now. You can see Adelaide in the distance there. Runway texturing looks good, ground texturing looks quite good. I did notice that on the sim market blurb they did say about extra bits and pieces. To be honest, I haven't found any additional files that go with this product. It may be that they're native to FSX or something like that. But there are certainly no additional files that improve or add to this product. But to be honest, it's visually pleasing, the result. Okay, the gates are not so jetways, they're fixed, but they look quite good. Everything looks as it should be. Car park's nice there, you can see the roads. There is dynamic traffic on the airport too, and if you're somebody who lives in Adelaide, you'll probably recognise the IKEA building. Come back in over the airport again to the west. We're actually going to be north of the field, and what I will do is transition to dusk so you can see what it looks like. At dusk. Okay folks, it's now dawn, 6:35 AM local time. Now we're at 1300 feet heading west out towards the bay. We're going to turn back inwards. You can have a look at the sunrise, see what it looks like. Ground lighting looks nice, nothing special, nothing to write home about, but it does look okay, not a problem. Okay, let's turn inbound. We'll take it down a little bit too, so you get a chance to have a look at the detail a bit lower level. So once again, we'll just go in over this area here. Nice coastline effects there. See the cars driving about on the roads below. So here we go, going into the airport. Bit misty this morning, but perfectly normal for this time of day, and this is winter, so we levered it up and go right across the middle of the airport. Holding at 700 feet. Nice ground lighting there with the airport lights. Passing over the central area. As you can see, it's early dawn. Lighting's nothing to write home about, but it works. It's perfectly adequate for you to land or take off at this time of the day and find yourself way around on the ramp, which of course is important. Okay, so we'll climb back up, turn right and come north of the airport, and we will set it to dusk. So I'll be heading west and you'll be able to see what dusk looks like. Okay, 1,000 feet, let's turn right. Going to come up to about 1,300 feet. We turn right now and head west. Welcome back. It's now 5:10 in the evening, dusk. Sun is setting. We still have a hazy atmosphere, but again you can see the ground texturing, lighting, all perfectly adequate. Everything you need to be able to land, take off, taxi around the airport, see what's going on. Looking good. A bit of road traffic there. And here you can see a little bit of the coastal scenery. To be honest, it's hard to see where the Orbic stuff ends and the AUscene stuff begins. But suffice it to say that the AUscene scenery works really well once you get it sorted properly. So we'll continue out here a bit and then turn inwards, and in a minute I'll set it to night. So we're at 2,000 feet. Let's just have a word about layering. I have Orbic's Global Base, Vector and Australia version 2 all loaded. This is, as far as I know, one of the first Adelaide airports that's been done, so hats off to AUscene for doing it. I discovered that by layering the scenery on top of all of the default stuff, including Orbics, which is what you normally do, I found a lot of the ground scenery missing. The trees you see by the airport there, bits and pieces near around the airport, lots of it had gone, just basically wasn't there. I tried putting it between the Orbic scenery and the base scenery, same result. However, once I discovered that if I put it below the scenery, which is really strange, everything came back. You might find something different when you do it yourself, but I do advise you, once you've installed it, the scenery, just to look carefully, go and have a look at it and see if it looks the way I've got here. And if not, have a look at your layering and see how that works, because the layering I found to be quite critical. But once it's done and you've got it right, as you can see, it's a nice little scenery. It's a very welcome airport, thoroughly worth the price in my opinion. Very well done. People who are native to Adelaide will probably know an awful lot more than I do, and I completely accept that. But certainly I thought it was a well worth purchase. Kudos to AUscene for producing an update. Not sure what the update does, as it looks pretty much similar to the FSX version 1 I had installed before. But it does look good, has everything you need. Visually it's very pleasing. No complaints at all, very pleased with it, to be honest. Have a look at a few more views for you. So there you can clearly see some road traffic, and there's the apron with the stands, the lights up, looking good. So now again we'll turn left, come back in over the airport, transition to night, so you can have a look and see what it looks like at night. Okay, so it's now 11:30 PM local time. We're in the night. Can't really understand why I can't get my flight deck panel to light up, but we'll have a look at that in the future. For the moment it's adequate, I can fly it okay. So turning in over the airport, you can see the stars looking nice. So we're going to head out west towards the bay, have a look outside for you. So again you can see night time, the ground, taxiways, parking spots, pretty much everything you need is perfectly visible. Lighting still looks good, you can still taxi around at night. The area actually doesn't look that dark, which is nice. Again, visually very pleasing. So all you night pilots who like to fly in at night, that'll be okay for you. A nice view of the coastline there, the beaches. Okay, so we're going to transition back to daytime and come back into the airport and have a landing. Okay, good morning folks. It's now 9 AM local time and time to bring us in for a landing. So I'm just going to sort of circuit the southern end of the field here. Bring the aircraft down a bit and then go in over the terminal area across the runway there and attempt a landing. I should say at this point I'm not a real world pilot, although I've had 35 years flying flight simulator. I was a tester for Microsoft UK way back in the day on the 747, which was loads of fun. I have tinkered with helicopters before and I've been flying this one for a couple of weeks. Not doing too badly, landings aren't brilliant but they're getting better. But I found that it's a perfect sort of thing for doing slow flight scenery reviews, and hopefully you'll agree. I have to sort out the lighting on the panel, but that should be fine. So there's the terminal area. Now we're going to go in across the runway and find somewhere to land and set this bird down. So once again, this has been AUscene Adelaide version 2.1, the latest revision that was released on Sim Market. I've done a review. If you like this video, I do plan to do some more. Please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when more become available. I'm planning to produce a lot more video content now. Go to my website, virtualairlinepilot.org, if you want to find out a bit more about me. And I'm hoping to start doing some blogs. And hopefully all will be well. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me on this little trip. So now is the time to try and get this bird in to land. Well, I'm quite pleased with that landing. Very close to where we started. Arguably maybe a bit too close to the large aircraft park there, but I'm quite pleased with that. That'll do me. Okay, shut down please. Okay, once again chaps, thank you for joining me. Thank you for having a look at this review. I hope you found it useful. My name's Lee, virtualairlinepilot.org. New to the helicopter, but a long time flight sim guy. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you go ahead and purchase Adelaide, I hope you enjoy that too. Thank you very much for joining me, and you take care now. Bye bye.